Hello space explorers, welcome back to another Umbriel journey. After our intense mission getting the orb, a brand new and even more terrifying challenge has emerged on what we call the darkest moon. This time, our target is the Umbriel Gem. Let me tell you right now, this is a much more difficult and stressful challenge than the orb mission, and in this video, we will explore exactly why this gem is so hard to extract. Once again, our primary shadow and biggest enemy is the alien, or as some of you in the community call it, the black hole. But there is a disturbing difference this time. This creature seems to have a much deeper connection to the Umbriel Gem than it does to the orb. It's almost as if the gem is its heart or its most prized possession. The moment you even think about touching it, the entire atmosphere of the moon seems to shift and get scarier. When you finally locate and take the Umbriel Gem, the alien undergoes a terrifying transformation. It becomes incredibly fast, much more aggressive, and its pursuit is absolutely relentless. Its very appearance changes in the dark, with glowing patterns that resemble alien warships in attack mode. It stops being just a lurking shadow and becomes a hunting machine that will not stop until it recovers what you've taken from the depths. Here is a tip for your escape. When you are running, try to stay in a straight line for as long as the terrain allows. If you know a section of the path that is a long straightaway, be as fast as you can and maintain your trajectory. You must be extremely precise in the turns. Even a small collision with a wall can give the alien the half second it needs to reach you. Precision is your best friend when speed is your only hope. This is where your equipment becomes vital. If you haven't managed to get the photon drill yet, like me, you are at a massive disadvantage. Without it, you'll have 30% less movement speed, which means you'll have to work much harder to survive. You'll notice that as the alien gains speed, your window of opportunity to activate the energy seals becomes smaller and smaller. Every second counts when that dark shadow is chasing you. Even though Sauron, the game creator, made the energy seals slightly faster in the latest update, the alien's new speed still feels overwhelming. You might find the gem easily enough in the labyrinth, but the real game begins the second it enters your inventory. The pursuit reaches an avassalador, or overwhelming. Caves become darker. That's why getting the Umbriel Gem can be considered one of the ultimate tests of skill in Space Simulator. It's not just a mission, it's a desperate race for survival. To start this journey, you must first pick up the mission from Captain Alex back on Earth. Once you've accepted the task, you'll set course for Umbriel and begin the long descent into the subterranean labyrinths. Because the alien is so aggressive this time, I decided I couldn't do this alone. I called in the channel's co-owner and my best friend, Capybara, to join me. We knew that teamwork would be the only way to beat the Darkest Moon's guardian. Capybara and I boarded my savior ship and went to Umbriel. The silence of space was heavy as we approached the landing zone. We quickly moved toward the tunnels, passing through the energy barrier that leads to the lower levels. The plan was simple but dangerous. Capybara would act as the distraction, while I focused on the extraction. Having a partner you trust makes all the difference in these dark corridors. As we navigated the deeper layers, Capybara stayed busy activating the energy seals at just the right moments. This kept the alien off balance and gave me the space I needed to mine. What previously felt like an impossible mission for a solo explorer finally started to feel possible. With Capybara's tactical support, the tension was still high, but I felt much more confident. As soon as the gem was in my hands, we executed our prepared escape plan. I made a frantic dash for the surface while Capybara provided cover, perfectly timing the seals to slow down the alien. Whether you call it the black hole or the energy alien, its creepy noises were echoing through the tunnels behind us. This partnership allowed us to secure the gem and escape a situation that would have ended in disaster otherwise. It really highlights how much easier things can be when you aren't trying to be a lone wolf. If you remember my video with Ultra Robot and 1204Cs to getting the orb, you'll see that our coordination today was even tighter. My strongest recommendation for this adventure is, bring a friend, or even two friends if you can. Later, I discovered that Capybara had gone after the orb, thus attracting the alien. He sacrificed himself so that I could extract the Umbriel Gem, without me even asking. A true hero, nothing less. Remember that the lower levels of Umbriel are restricted, and only for explorers can be down there at once. Coordination is key to making sure the alien doesn't focus its entire rage on just one person. During the final dash to the exit, if you find yourself alone, don't waste time trying to activate seals behind you unless you are 100% sure of your timing. The best strategy is always the one I used today with Capybara. Have someone else handle the seals while you focus on the path. This mission is arguably the most difficult task given by any NPC in the entire game. The alien's increased speed makes it a much greater challenge than the orb. After finally conquering the gem and reaching the surface, we headed back to Earth to celebrate our victory. Capybara and I left behind planet Uranus, Miranda, and Umbriel, which seemed to form one of the best sets for grinding. You have the ores and artifacts in Miranda, the ring rocks that can become ring crystals, the metallic hydrogen, and the ESA container mission on planet Uranus and in Umbriel. You have ores, artifacts, and the mission we did, with more missions potentially appearing. So when I looked at Earth, there was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in Space Simulator on Roblox. Earth eclipsing the sun, and I felt inspired and grateful for the friendship of so many space explorer friends who are watching this adventure. I felt grateful to have a best friend like Capybara, but also to have so many space explorer friends. I'm a lone ranger, but my best moments in Space Simulator, the most unforgettable ones, are always with friends. Thank you all so much. I am truly very grateful to all of you, from the bottom of my heart. And there's the mission hero, Capybara, with a part of a module. Well, time to hand over the Umbriel Gem to Commander Alex. Following the long-standing tradition of the space explorers, we danced to celebrate. It was a great moment of relief. Interestingly, even Gon Gon the cat joined the party, showing off his incredible strength by dragging the savior ship. It was a hilarious end to a very high-stakes mission. Ultra Robot also decided to try and retrieve the Umbriel Gem, but decided to do so entirely alone. I was really impressed by how he managed to use the seals to confuse and contain the alien, and also by his calmness in mining little by little, even with the alien being faster and more enraged. Proper use of the seals can be crucial. They are our only weapon at the moment to contain the alien, and if you look closely, they are in strategic locations. If you learn to use your intelligence when using them, even with all its fury, the alien will have difficulty reaching you. I think we can note a few more tips here. Use the seals calmly and intelligently, and hope you're lucky enough for the Umbriel Gem to spawn in a more favorable location. Ultra Robot managed to capture the Umbriel Gem and celebrated it as his greatest achievement. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and the adventure, and that you found the video useful.
See you, space explorers.